Craig.
How are you?
Hello, Bill.
Hi, welcome.
We're from Egypt, and this is Mohamed, Noha, and Tariq. And our project is called EduCare. It's a comprehensive solution that we aim to integrate people with special needs into society. We want to integrate them through this solution, which utilizes a .NET framework and other technologies. But what actually made start this project was an inspiring story that happened to our friend Mohamed, and I'd like him to say it.
Yeah, actually, I had a friend. It all started 1 year ago. I had a very close friend of mine. He was like a childhood friend. And one day I was surprised to know that he had a younger brother who was disabled. And it shocked me that he never mentioned him. It was as if they were ashamed of him. And it really struck me, and I was really, I decided to do something about this, to change this social look for disabled.
I think this was the point where we decided to do something about it, and we started by research. We had more than 8 months of extensive research in the field of disabilities in general. We contacted 7 of the most famous leading institutes in this field in Egypt, and we actually decided that our program must work side by side, and actually we have to in the implementation and development work side by side with the institutions to solve their day-by-day challenges, because during our research we found that we actually came across few but very, very shiny examples of people who are disabled, but actually they are independent and they led successful part in the society.
So actually when we went to the schools, we found out that the major problem with educating people was that they tried to apply the normal education that we take to people with special needs, although people with special needs need an individualized, tailored program for each one of them. So this is why many institutions in Egypt have failed to produce such an education, because they try to apply the normal education to them. And also, we need integration between the parent, the teacher, and the educational specialist. We need them all to be integrated to produce individuals that can really act in society.
So basically what EduCare does is it implements an artificial intelligence engine to create or automate the process of creating an individualized educational program for the student according to his disabilities and abilities. And furthermore, it uses mobile technology to integrate the parent and the educational specialist and the teacher into a huge hub of communication between them. And also it generates tests and academic material according to the accommodations or modifications of the student's disability disorders.
So we've got many nice features, but because of the time, we want to introduce one, which is the test generation. We want to accommodate exactly what a student's disability into take the education material and transform it into education material for disabled people. So we have here a student who suffers from dyslexia. We can view a short profile of him, we can view a complete profile, track his progress, generate an individualized educational program for him, and we can actually generate a test for him using artificial intelligence to transform a normal test into a test that is accommodated for a dyslexic person. So actually we get the original test.
Actually, this is the feature where we modify the educational contents, not only test the educational contents to suit
the needs for each and every
to suit his level of disability, his needs.
And so when we generate an exam, we get the same exam, but with the same features, but modified into some kind of a user-friendly feature of having the pictures, the numbers transformed into a picture. The math exam becomes friendly. A dyslexic person can really wish to learn. And this is not only a powerful feature for people with special needs, it's a powerful feature overall. Imagine if we can transform exams into more friendly exams for children who can take them and can actually be interested in learning. This is our vision, and this is our goal.
Another perfect example for this is to apply this exam to a person who has ADHD, attention deficit disorder, and this is much more entertaining and much more attracting to the student. So he'll obviously do much better on this test than the former test.
Also, people with visual impairments can have the exam spoken. We didn't. The system actually is flexible to fit with any kind of disability and any type, any level of disability.
One more piece of information is that during our research we came across a very important exploration. Is that some of the students, and it's a very usual case, they respond to a specific voice of their next of kin more up to increase 60% in response than to the teacher's response. So we
actually looking into this right now to utilize the parents
to make the text to speech in the voice automated in the voice of the preferred.
But the tests, is there when you're going to take a test and transform it, is there like a standard format for what a test, like an XML format or something for a test?
Yes, we've used XPS, as you can see. We've used the Open XML specification, XPS. So it's basically and we can use this XML format of the XPS and docx documents in order to parse the document, understand it, and produce the generated exam.
But there must be special tags or something that let you see what things you want to transform.
This is what we had for now, like the dot here and the question mark. And we're exploring this in order to make them as friendly as possible to the teacher making the exam, so we can make a friendly format for the exam and transform it. It's not the usual exam, but he has to add something to it.
You can give templates to the teacher, like in Word, and they can use that templates to make the test, and then you can mechanically translate it into the other presentations.
Yeah.
The whole goal of Educare is to automate each and every thing that costs so much expensive costs of special education. So we basically do everything that takes so much effort and time, like the individualized educational program. It takes 6 complete days for the teacher to produce this program. So we built an artificial intelligence engine to.
Furthermore, this allows parent feedback outside the school, the institution. So we have continuous monitoring of what happens to the student outside the school, and the parent is able to track the performance of the student.
It's not only academic; it's academical, behavioral, psychological behavior. Everything is monitored to improve the quality.
Just before we go, I know we've taken much time, but I wanted to ask Bill a question. And projects like these, most of the software we see now is produced for persons who are not disabled. Most of software solutions produced by major companies are for people who are not disabled. But how can software companies like Microsoft, other companies, investing in technologies such as this one for people with special needs? Because we really need that.
Well, we have a group, an accessibility group, that's been very focused on making it so that whether you're browsing or using Microsoft Office or any Windows applications, the idea of if you can't use the keyboard, then special things can be done and you don't have to change the software. If you can't see, then the voice reader can work. And so whether it's a test or just any website that works. So there's some things that can be done at the system level. Some of these things you're talking about, like dyslexia, how do you change a test for that? That's much more at the application level. So there you want, our role would be, what is a standard format for a test? What are the tags that are in a test? How can we help facilitate getting that to critical mass? We wouldn't actually write the tests ourselves, but having that standard format means either translating them or transforming them. You get leverage doing that. So at the Windows level, we're very proud of what we've done. This next level of things like tests, that'd be a good one to look at what's going on with standards and how we can help with that. But it's a great area, and I completely agree with your vision.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good work.
Thank you.